Hey guys, what's going on? It's 2 Minutes to Review. I'm Matt.
And I'm Zach.
And if you haven't joined us for this show before, what we do is we do some album reviews. Longest review in under 2 minutes wins. Now that we're back for a second season, it's been 1 year. Congratulations to us. Thank you guys for sticking around for a year with us.
I know it's hard. We're not very bearable.
I know. That's all I got is I know.
Yeah. So thanks.
But we're going to start out with another review. Zach, why don't you tell them what we're reviewing?
So we're going to be reviewing Alter Bridge's new album, Walk the Sky. It's kind of hard to believe that it's both it's only been 6 albums and it's also been 6 albums of Alter Bridge. I mean,
it depends on what side of the fence you sit on.
It's a band that you kind of take for granted, especially Miles Kennedy. He really is just one of the greatest singers out there right now.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And I mean, whether or not you say the band gets enough credit or not, they've definitely done a great job though with each album, making people forget about that other band that the rest of the members were in.
They weren't in another band.
You see, they're doing a great job of making you forget about that other band. Because if you think, and to be honest, I think I didn't give Alter Bridge the time of day for the longest time.
Especially within like the first 2 albums.
Yeah, because of that connection to, I don't even want to say their name.
Well, all right.
Should we just do it?
No.
Creed.
No.
Yeah,
Why?
It's out there. But really, with each album, they've made a name for themselves and have become one of the more respected hard rock bands out there. I mean, even a lot of elitist metal websites who usually trash a lot of the radio-friendly hard rock bands will admit that Alter Bridge knows how to write a good song. So, album number 6, Walk the Sky. What do we think about it? Matt, do you want to go first?
Yeah, let me go first on this one. I got some feelings on this one.
Got some feelings?
I got a feeling.
That's not there now.
Well, tonight's going to be a good night.
We can't afford Black Eyed Peas, Matt. We've talked about this.
I talked to Fergie, or
No, you
at
didn't.
least an account that looked like it was Fergie. It was convincing.
Yeah, thanks, Will.i.am. Anyway, let me get the official Epic Footnote Timekeeper. Still available for sponsorship opportunities. Matthew.
Zachariah.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, go.
So this album from the start has really captivated me from the aspect of the artwork. They have normally some either really good or really bad album artwork. Like the last one, The Last Hero, hated the cover. This one is one of the most amazing covers that they've ever done. So just from a perspective of the cover, I expected some good things. Then they dropped the first single, Wouldn't You Rather, and love that. They always come out with really strong lead singles off the album. But it's a really good sounding album when you start getting a little bit deeper into it. Pay No Mind, Dying Light, really good songs. I like the fact that on Forever Falling, Mark actually sings the lead and not Miles. I think one of the things that they need to start doing a little bit more of is kind of blending the vocals between Mark and Miles, because, well, let's face it, Mark's solo career is, encroaching on the number of albums that Alter Bridge puts out. But getting past that, the production value on the album is really, really good. Sometimes it gets a little loud versus the vocals, so the production's not always there. But the biggest misstep that I think they have on the entire album is that a lot of the songs and production kind of get blended together because the album is a wall of sound. It sounds great because that's, I think, Alter Bridge's signature sound at this point, but it really needs some separation. I kind of miss what they do, like what they did on Blackbird. So if you haven't listened to the Blackbird album in a while, go back and listen to that and then listen to this one, because they really are 2 different types of production. But overall, it is a really good album from Alter Bridge.
All right, time.
We got a time.
What's the ranking you give it?
So on this one, I feel it's a good album. It's a solid album. It's not amazing. It's not blowing the doors off. I'm going to say 3.5.
Okay, that's fair. All righty, so I guess now it's my turn, right?
Yep, it is your turn.
All right, let me just do some stretches real quick, because you know how physical this gets. All righty. I'm really out of shape. Anyway, tell me when.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
So this is going to sound like a diss, but this is actually a compliment, I swear. First, to back up a little bit, there's definitely some synth elements to this album that they warned us about a little bit beforehand, but that you might not expect. And it almost sounds to the point of when Ozzy Osbourne was entering into the 90s and trying to make a modern metal sounding album. I don't want to say this sounds like 90s era Ozzy, but it definitely is an album of hard rock tunes that I actually kind of wish Ozzy as a solo artist would record. And yes, that is a compliment, because there really is some catchy, in-your-face rock songs. Like, I think Pay No Mind might be my anthem of the year, just because it's just so cool. It's got some really great swagger and groove. And then you got songs like Take the Crown and In the Deep. I think, though, the standout track, I know Matt mentioned it, was Forever Falling. And the harmonies between Mark singing and Miles in the background, it really adds an epic level to it. I think the production actually does sound good. I think it sets you into a cinematic mode in a sense with some of the songs, to the point where I'm not really sure this album's going to win over any new fans, but I think this is definitely a sound that could make Alter Bridge fans happy, as well as maybe even attract a few new ones who've still written them off. All in all, I think this is a very, very, I'm going to say it again, very strong album from Alter Bridge.
Okay. And your star rating?
I'm going to say 3.5 too.
Okay.
Mainly because they released a lot of singles off this album.
Yeah, they did. They released 5 or 6?
5 or 6. I would say there's definitely some, like Pay No Mind and Forever Falling. I can literally hum in my head and get it stuck. It's like an earworm that's stuck in my head for a while. But I think time's going to tell whether or not this is still a really awesome record. I don't know if it's going to be a record that I'm going to continue listening to for months and months to go. But then again, I might be surprised, because literally, like I said, Pay No Mind is such an awesome song that I think needs to get a lot more attention.
I think that the singles that they released are the strongest songs on the album. I don't remember if they released Forever Falling. I don't think they did.
No, they didn't. Honestly, yeah. You know what, though? I was even listening to it again. Literally, Native Son is an awesome song.
It is. But this is where we start getting into that ground of where does this album go in terms of new ideas? Like I talked about Blackbird, and the title track from Blackbird is one of the most epic sounding songs ever. And it's not this wall of sound production. It's a more simplistic album, and it almost would be kind of refreshing for them to go back a little bit from all of this heavy production that they have. Because Mark and Miles both play guitar. There's definitely more than 2 guitar parts going on inside of these songs. So I think take a little bit of that back and go back to a simpler time to give us something new.
See, I kind of disagree. I actually think I enjoy the simplistic moments, and I think they're actually so well done that I'm not in need of something crazy or progressive. The songwriting, this album really does prove that they are great songwriters. I think.
Oh, absolutely, they do write good songs. There's no doubt about it. The last album
was a little bit too trying to be grand, I feel like, and
that one was trying to be too political. They're not political,
but I just think this album, they went into the studio to write some solid songs, and I think they succeeded. I think even just Take the Crown is an awesome song that I got a lot of Ozzy vibes. I know that's gonna sound weird, and I'm not even feeling too confident in myself saying that, but it's this type of singles I wish a hard rock guy from the 80s heyday would continue to write. It was really solid stuff.
It is solid. Like I said, they write good singles. They write very good hard rock songs. I just think that what they need to do is they need to do something a tiny bit different, because I think they started hitting this groove with these big walls of sound when they did AB3. That was such a great album. That's my favorite Alter Bridge album, still is, and I think will forever be my favorite Alter Bridge album. But when they did Isolation, that is where they hit this larger-than-life production, this wall of sound, and then they simplified it by doing the Ghosts of Days Gone By. That is one of my favorite songs that they've ever done, and it is on the simpler side of that production. It's not a wall of sound. So I think if they started to mix it up a little bit, I think that's what I miss. I just miss the mix-up of this big grand production, this big wall of sound when it's needed. but then going back to, what you were in, or like earlier on in your career. And I know every band needs to evolve and blah, blah, blah.
I still disagree. I feel like there are certain songs that give me that grandness that like is missing from certain, like Forever Falling or even Pay No Mind. You know what though? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what we think. You know what really matters though, Matt?
Would that be the times?
I believe so. Matt, would you like to know what your score was?
Nah.
No, okay.
I'm
well,
okay.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for listening. Now, wind up the Epic Footnote drum machine. Your score was 1 minute and 36 seconds.
Are you kidding? Your time.
No. Shut the hell up.
Your time. And this could be misconstrued as button pushes, but you have 137.03. How much is mine?
136.71.
That's close.
That's so close. So I guess I win.
Yeah. You do.
No.
Oh, man. But that is so
Wow.
close.
Wow. I don't feel good about that win.
No, that was real close.
Oof. I mean, yay. I need the wins.
I think I'm still winning overall.
Oh, yeah, you are. That's why I'm like not going to argue much more.
If
about
anybody
this win.
has a record of how many I've won versus how many Zach has won, I'd be very
No
interested.
one's keeping track.
Leave it in the comments.
Yeah, you know what? Tell us who's actually winning. Also, tell us what you think of the album yourselves. Comment on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, at Epic Footnote. Let us know what you think. Tell us if we're wrong. Tell us if we're right. Tell us who's actually winning, because I definitely have been keeping score. And hopefully you listen to another episode from us really, really soon. Thanks for listening, and we'll check you out soon.
Thanks, guys. Take it easy.